Hi guys, I'm Jodie from Homepeel. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to my very first live. Forgive me if I come across a little bit nervous, it's because I am. So thank you to everyone who forwarded some questions to me last week when I said I was doing this live. I love answering questions, as all my Homepeel customers know, because I'm always available, and we're training up some new skincare coaches at Homepeel at the moment too, because we're inundated with questions, and as you know, here we love to help. So it's not like a love you and leave you kind of situation with Homepeel. It's definitely we hold your hand until you get the results that you wanted when you invested in us and put your trust in us. So thank you. So I'm just going to jump straight to it, and I've got my questions written down so that I don't forget any. So first of all, what I noticed was there's a lot of people coming to me with some skin issues that they've got from other products that they're using, and they come to us and they say, oh, my skin is like red and lumpy and a bit dry and all of this sort of thing. And a lot of the time it's because they've broken their skin's barrier. So, and that's a really big thing. So today I'm mostly going to focus on talking about that. So basically your skin's barrier is the film that's on your skin. It's at the perfect pH balance. It's basically, it's what keeps the equilibrium in your skin. So what can happen is if you over exfoliate or over strip or something like that, what you'll find is your skin will react in a really negative way. And what we need to do is we need to nurse it back to health. So what are the sort of things that can cause your skin's barrier to be broken? Well, as I mentioned, it could be over exfoliating or using too many active ingredients that your skin doesn't like. But most of all, it's going to be too many chemicals and nasties in your skincare. And a lot of people don't realize that that's actually happening to their skin because we're not really educated about that. We're getting really great skincare that's got awesome active ingredients in it. But in the background, there's a lot of filler ingredients that your skin doesn't like. Skin doesn't like toxins. It doesn't like chemicals. It reacts to that. Anyway, too much of that can break your skin's barrier. So a lot of the time I'm helping my customers nurse their skin back to health before we go ahead and use active ingredients. And today I'm going to talk about those main products. So the first one is, in fact I'll put them on, is the Placenta Serum. So for those of you who don't know, Homepeel's really, really fortunate to get the active ingredient in this product. Placenta's been used in skincare for a really long time, for good reason, because it's just filled with amazing ingredients that sort of like cell growth factor. I'm getting my words all mixed up because I'm a little bit nervous. Growth factors, stem cells, all of the amazing goodies that are in the amniotic fluid. It sounds a little bit scary, of course, but it's actually very natural. We get our placentas from the horse racing industry in Australia, which is generally a byproduct. They were being thrown away. So, and generally they come from the sheep. So if you look at the amount of placenta serums that you have, they mainly come in from China, but they actually get the placentas from Australia, from the sheep industry. So there's someone who has invented a new extraction technique, and basically it's allows the placenta extraction to come in like a very watery format. It keeps all the stem cells and growth factors very stable. And it doesn't have the odor, which is something that anyone who's used a lot of placenta in the past has probably discovered. So we have a 50-50 blend of this placenta serum with rose hip oil, and so it's completely natural. And we keep it really natural as well because we couple it with a dermal roller, and that's what we regard as one of Homepeel's treatments. So basically every couple of weeks a person might use the placenta serum and roll it into their skin, and the roller will push the placenta into the dermis of the skin where it can do its really good, all of its good work. I'm kind of quickly mentioning that because if you are going to roll something into your skin, it's really important that you don't roll any chemicals into the skin. Like, that's completely diabolical. It's bad enough to put it on the top of your skin, but putting it into your dermis, that's just a no-go zone for me. And just in case you don't know, and this is your first time at Homepeel, Homepeel is cosmeceutical grade natural skincare. So we don't have those added toxins and ingredients in our products, but we have the high-end active ingredients at high percentages that you need to have them in order to let them work, which is kind of a real niche market for us. I mean, there's a lot of natural skincare out there, but not a lot of them, or not that I've seen any of them really, that do really powerful active ingredients. So the Placenta Serum is a really great serum to use to nurse your skin back to health when you've broken your barrier. So you're going to use this 2 times a day for about 2 weeks, and that's it. Nothing else. So I'm just gonna shake it really well before you use it, because the ingredients, the placenta and the rosehip oil, don't actually mix naturally. It's almost like a salad dressing, like oil and water. So shake, 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 and when it comes out, hopefully, oh, I've knocked the camera. It comes out like this orangey kind of color. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's quite runny, and I just put it on like that. Okay. Very powerful, like the healing qualities of the rosehip oil and the placenta will nurse your skin back to health. So you'll use this for 2 weeks and nothing else. Well, actually, I won't say nothing else. There's a couple of other Homepeel products that you can use. But when I say nothing else, what I'm saying is don't use anything active. Like, don't use the vitamin C, don't use the 48-hour miracle cream, which has got an amazing lactic acid in it. Don't use our retinol, our brightening serum, our pigmentation serum, or anybody else's products. Nothing active, because we're trying to nurse the skin back to health. So the skin might not glow over that 2-week period because it might be used to being heavily exfoliated, which is another point. Don't exfoliate over that time. Yeah, so it might go a little bit kind of thick over that period of time, but that's okay, because after we've gone through the 2 weeks, we're definitely going to give it an amazing exfoliation. So I would suggest doing like a fortnightly fruit peel at home, because that's kind of like taking a very superficial layer off the top of the skin with no downtime. That product there is sort of like doing a microdermabrasion at home. This is amazing. I mean, I've got a client here who said that this Placenta Serum, actually Dan's on there. Hi Dan, how you going? I said that it was like the best product that she's ever used, and she basically never ever wants me to lose contact with the magical ingredient that's in that. So Homepeel has recently just secured a great deal with the inventor of this raw ingredient, so we have no intentions of letting this product go. So that's really good news for us, and we fought hard to get that, so I've done that for you guys. So that's the Placenta Serum. That's the sort of #1 product that I would suggest to use if you've broken your skin's barrier. There's 2 other products that I will talk about. Obviously there's our hyaluronic, our pure hyaluronic. Homepeel's hyaluronic acid is so pure you could drink it. Well, I wouldn't suggest it. It's basically hyaluronic and a little bit of radish root, which couples as 2 things. It's an antioxidant, but it's also a great preservative. So that's a product that I would suggest to use. You could use it in the morning on your skin, because it's not moisturizing in the traditional sense where it sits on the top of the skin and sort of has that sort of moisturizing, or sort of not slimy, but you know, moisturized feeling that moisturizers do. It sinks straight into the dermis and plumps. Like, it literally instantly plumps out fine lines. So you can use that because it has no active ingredients in it. Its function is to moisturize and plump only. So you can use that in the morning and at night as well. That's the second product that I would suggest you use if you've broken your skin's barrier. And the third one is, of course, our Peptide Cream. Our Peptide Cream is so popular. It is a beautiful combination of amazing peptides, and it will make your skin feel like velvet. So look at that, it's just gorgeous. Hopefully you see that. I'm gonna whack that on my skin as well. I mean, it's been known to grow eyebrows back. It's incredible, look at that. It just feels like heaven. I actually use all 3 of these morning and night. I mean, I break my skin's barrier from time to time because skincare is my passion. So I'm always I'm trialing other stuff. Like, you know, I'm always trying to discover the perfect skincare, especially for stubborn melasma, because that's sort of like the biggest problem that people come to me. And that's a really difficult thing to treat. Which brings me to the next question, actually. One of my beautiful customers asked me about our retinol and if it had hydroquinone in it. So the answer is no, and I'll just quickly tell you what hydroquinone is in case you don't know. It's a skin whitening ingredient, and it whitens skin. It really does. You can't get that in a product over the counter anymore in Australia. I think you can get it in maybe a product called Superfade. You can get it in a couple of products at the pharmacy. The reason why it's not over the counter is because it does have some fairly significant, maybe side effects isn't really the right, it is regarded by some as quite toxic. So they've pulled it off the shelf for regular use. They want it to be used as directed. So you can buy products from, say, a dermatologist and they will prescribe it to you. But if it's something that you're interested in, certainly do your research on it first. What else can I say about hydroquinone? Yeah, that's probably about it. It does the job. The thing is with any kind of product that's going to lighten the skin, the trick is to make sure that you maintain usage of it. And hydroquinone is not a product that you really want to use forever. If pigmentation is your thing, have a look at Homepeel's Pigmentation Serum. It has incredible ingredients in it. The melanin of jackfruit, it has licorice, which has been used forever for whitening skin. I'm not talking about the Pigmentation Serum today. I'll do a video about that some other day, but it really is kind of a much better natural alternative. Okay, and the last question that I'm going to chat about today is someone asked how to get better. Actually, it's the same question. It was about the retinol. I don't have it. Yeah, I do. I've got the retinol right here. That's Homepeel's retinol. And the best way to use it in terms to get usage out of it. So my answer to that is really interesting. I think that, or I believe, and in my experience, retinol needs to be coupled with lactic acid. And I've talked about that a lot, and that's kind of what is our unicorns packs about, because we have our lactic acid cream, which is the 48-hour miracle cream, and the retinol. Retinol can be quite drying, so can lactic acid, even though this one I find isn't. When you couple retinol and lactic acid together, they balance each other out in a really magic way. And I use that word not lightly. It does seem quite magical. So how do I suggest you use the retinol serum in order to get the best out of it? Seeing as how we can't use hydroquinone, I would say use it with the 48-hour miracle cream. Retinol, lactic acid, they should always be together. So I noticed there's been some comments on the feed, and I really want to thank everybody for joining me today. If you have any other questions, you can email me at info@homepeel.com.au. I'm not going to take up too much of everyone's time. I'm not answering any of the comments because the way that I've got my phone configured, I can't get to it. So I probably need to think about that, how I can do that in the future where I can be more interactive. So thank you so much for supporting Homepeel, and thank you to everybody who supports me and my journey with Homepeel. And have a fantastic day and enjoy your new skin. See you later.